Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeff. So in this video, we're gonna check out Hyunjin Be Amazing. This video, we're gonna check out Hyunjin's Artist of the Month performance for October 2021, Motley Crue. I've been so detached from Western music that I don't know what Motley Crue is. Is that a band or is that the title of the song? Anyway, so excited to see this because obviously Hyunjin is an amazing dancer and Playing with Fire was so abstract for me and artistic and amazing. He's always growing as an artist. Like, he's gone a long way from his Billie Eilish choreography to Playing with Fire, and now we got Motley Crue. Okay, let's get to it. So as usual, I'm gonna do a full run through reaction and then we're gonna break down what I can. Hyunjin. Ooh. Such an artistic intro. Hey. He's popping off right from the get-go. Oh. Shit. Good choice of song. This will really like elevate his performance. Dang, he looks good. Ah. Nice. A lot of leg work for that, like the shake. Knee slide. Hey. He's looking so good with this haircut. Can I even focus on the dams? Beautiful. Beautiful. Holy shit. His fluidity has evolved. I'll talk about it more later. Better control, amazing. Nice. It's so different from what I was expecting too. There's a lot of stiffening, isolation. Whoa. And then it's gonna go to something else. Yes. And his performance, oh my god, like his facial expressions and stuff. Fuck. Ah! Yo, the athleticism in this is insane. Ah! Oh my god. Hey. How is this guy real? Okay, choreographer Bom Kim and Eri Park. Amazing choreo. Dancers. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Post Malone. Okay, yeah, I don't listen to Post Malone. I know a lot of artists, a lot of K-pop artists do, and of course a lot of fans. But yes, this is an amazing song. Wow. Okay, so I was a little bit speechless on that. It's always hard to concentrate on the dancing when the idol is this good looking. Like, first thoughts is that it's such a different take onto what I was expecting. I was expecting a little deeper dive into his Playing with Fire kind of genre, because he's kind of trending that he's developing that aspect of his skills and his repertoire, like, you know, from When the Party's Over to Playing with Fire, now to this. I felt like it would have been kind of like a trio kind of story that he's playing with, but he went in a different route. It does have some elements of Playing with Fire with the interpretive movements and choreography aspect to it, but this is especially surprising because of the styles. Because When the Party's Over is very contemporary, and then Playing with Fire, it does have a lot of abstract and contemporary movements in it too. But I'm glad that he is expanding. He's consistently expanding. Not a lot of dancers, especially in K-pop, get to play around in a bigger scale. Like maybe a lot of them do dance classes and dance choreographies on their own, but not everybody gets to share it with the world. Hyunjin is definitely one of those artists that is so supported by their company to put out these dance masterpieces, you know? Okay, let's go dissect some stuff. But I like this this beginning with the bulk there, with the huddle, and then with a hat, because that's why I was like, oh, is this gonna be more contemporary on like hip hop music? But it's not actually. But okay, can we talk about this hair? Jesus! It's so princely, it's so royal. Okay, like I'll be honest, I thought that his blonde long hair was immaculate, and I thought that was like peak Hyunjin era hair. I was like, there's no way he can top this because it's just so magnificent. But like here, there's a sense of maturity with those fake tattoos, with the hair that's so effortless. It's like you just want to comb through it. Okay. Okay, so that like the knee shake, that's harder than it looks, because for the uncoordinated, if you're righty or lefty, whatever, it's gonna be hard to balance that because it's so even the way he did it. So if you're a dancer that has, you know, strong coordination of like your right and left, you'll be able to control that a lot. Strong legs is what you need for that, so that you have full control on the rhythm of it. You might be able to do it, but it may not be as strong in rhythm because of the possible lack of control in it. But he has obviously the command for it to like do that shake within rhythm, with the strength, with the power and intention. So yeah, coordination. And then his use of heads, like this is actually, it reminds me of Kai's usual style, the way this portion is. Very reminiscent of that, like Reason. I don't know if you guys watched that dance practice. It's very heavy on that. It's also quite inspired of crumping too. I'm not too familiar with it. Like I know some of that, some stuff about it, but I don't know, of course, the origin and stuff like that. It looks like there's some influence of crumping with the way he's doing like these kind of stuff, and like the way he's pulling his head back and stuff. It's the way the movements are placed. You don't automatically think that it would need head. Kudos to the choreographer for adding that, and for Hyunjin to execute it in an amazing way. Like with that lean, there was a slight lightness to it, so that it would kind of wobble a little bit. Here, that part, you kind of like stiffen this area, so that, and then but make your head lighter, so that it can have that like slight wobble, and then that wobble, when you pull it back, has created like an amazing dynamic for it. And the use of dancers, you know, is just amazing. Hey. Woo. Okay, the way he tossed it was so Broadway. And it's so cool. Okay, his aura here is so different. It's so mature and sexy. It's like, damn boy, chill. Like, come on, we can't handle this. It's different. It's such a cool vibe and suave. It's so different from, like, I mean, his Playing with Fire was also very sexy, but it's sexy in a different way. This is very suave and like classy, because Playing with Fire is like sexy edgy, but this one is like, it's just so cool. You know, I don't know what I did, but like, you get the gist. So in these kind of styles, there's a lot of stiffening in this area, and that results in a lot of control. So like this kind of thing, you need to think that there's almost like a table to do that, and then your hands are hanging for it. So he's got great command of the dynamics too, with like where he needs to go fluid, where he needs to go hard. And then a knee slide, of course. I always hate knee slide. Let me see how that, because it hurts. Okay, he doesn't actually land. It's slightly above ground. See? Right there. It's a common trick for dancers to do, because if you need to get up right away from that knee slide, it's a lot easier for you to get up, rather than if you actually put your weight in and transfer your weight onto that knee and then go back up, because it takes time for you to transfer the weight and then transfer it back again to both feet. But here, your weight is on your hand and the control of the knees, and then you're able to push back up that left hand so that you can stand up faster. Okay, so he doesn't actually slide on it, but he lands on that knee, as we see here. So yeah, it's such a nice trick that they did for that. So this will definitely help him get up faster, right? Ooh, this thing. That combo is just, I love it. That is almost like, you know, when they do the wall and then they have like a slight shake in the end. So it's almost like that, but it's like with a full body. Whoa. This is such a beautiful imagery that they formed, and then this was so beautiful too. Going down and then back up is so smart. And then that's just so symmetrical, the way he did that. This is how you know that it's good to be versatile, to be able to do both fluid and technical movements, softer movements, and also the hard hitting movements, because you're able to create these dynamics. He's able to do like the new hip hop kind of stuff, and then he's able to just, you know, breathe and be soft when he needs to. There's a preparation here for that get up. That leg up will propel you forward. And of course, you know, the four guys that will help you kind of get up. It's just so nicely done. And then they did the scorpion. See, like that, right? Dynamics. It doesn't have to be all just hard-hitting movements all the time. There's a lot of isolation in this. It's almost like in every move, every other move. Boom. And like this style too, it's so easy to go messy on this style. Because it looks like to me that it's influenced by crumping in like the way you like hit those chest and the arm work. Like specifically with crumping, a lot of people kind of just sense it as is just all powerful movements. Yes, it is that, but the way you can control it and manipulate the moves to be able to create dynamics with it, and if you know how to put that into choreography, that's gonna be very powerful. And that's the thing with powerful movements. It can usually just look messy if it's not controlled well, because the tendency is to go hard without thinking of control. You think that hard and powerful is just the way to go. But when you have control in combination with powerful movements and execution, it really makes the movement a lot more firm and a lot more clean. And you're able to finish your moves a lot better because there's a sort of emphasis in those little powerful movements. Especially this has a lot of kicks and punches. Those can easily be just like a punch in the air and a kick in the air, but if there's no intention to it, it's and control, it can look messy. Hey. That's so smart with that. But I keep forgetting that, you know, like Hyunjin is definitely on the taller side. Like 5'10" is definitely tall. Tall doesn't start at 6 feet, okay? So if the average is 5'9", let's say, 5'10" is tall already. So, and I heard that he is 5'10". Plus Stray Kids, they always use these like big platforms. I also want to give props to Hyunjin for being at 5'10" and being able to move this fluidly. Because I've mentioned before that being taller actually is a little bit harder for dancers because of you have a lot more muscle and bones to control, especially in the leg areas, right? And then you become a lot heavier. So that's why there's a lot of shorter dancers that are able to move freely and more lightweight and fluidly. So yeah, it's definitely amazing of him to be this good at dancing when he's like at that height. I love that move. This is just insane. Like him doing that flow work, landing in this thing is insane to me. I'm running out of adjectives to describe him because he's just insane. He spins down and then he does this. So it's not a full split. This is definitely bent because of the way his foot is positioned. There's a slight bend here, and it's you're not even on the full floor. You know, you're elevated, and what's holding you up is just your right arm and your toes, your foot part. Those are the ones that's lifting you up. And then he goes into this twist. Look at his face. Like, you know, it's hard, and a lot of this you need upper body strength. If you don't have upper body strength in floor work, you'll have a very hard time because a lot of the support is on your upper body. At the same time, your lower body is doing all the movements. It's like breakdancing. This is definitely in that vein. For those that don't know, our lower body is heavier than our upper body. That's why it's so hard for anybody to do a handstand. Our upper body isn't accustomed to supporting that weight, you know, like when you go upside down. Here, he demonstrates his full capability of being able to do floor work in such a fast pace. And it doesn't go all the way, but the thing is, like, it switches right away. It would actually be easier if he went all the way around, but halfway he needs to stop and then switch legs. I wonder how long it took him for him to be able to get that, because yes, it is doable, but in that time frame he did it, it's fast. This one, it needed to be precise. And then this is ending position, which again is supported by his left and his left leg, right? But mainly over here. And then also on top of it, you need to look cool, right? So like, I don't know, this whole combination is just insane. And then he keeps going. And that freaking, it's so light the way he did it. So like with that kind of body wave, so, okay, it just keeps adding. This whole section needs a lot of control, guys. I can't even emphasize that anymore. How can they emphasize that so that you guys get it? It's very difficult, this part. He needs to, that part, that sway part, it takes a lot of control to be able to sway that way, because you need to look calm and collected, and it's just like your torso moving, and then it needs to be like nice, you know? It needs to look good. If you don't have the right form, it just looks creepy. Like, look at this. And then he kicks up, and then he does this, like, look at this. Jesus. And that's definitely breakdancing already. Holy shit, what did they... The more I dissect this and look into the detail, the more I'm like, holy shit. How is he doing this? The choreographers really put him through a lot. So if this was a vocal performance, what he's doing, those floor work, that would be the belty parts and runs, the more difficult aspect of singing. So in dance equivalent, it will be that part. It will be the floor work. That was a lot of control and move. I don't know. It's hard, okay? This part, oh, he gets to breathe a little bit. And for him to be able to do these control after doing all of that, right? That's an enormous stamina aspect. Like, I don't know what he's eating, I don't know what he's doing with his exercises, but like, if he did this in like one take, that's insane. That is unbelievable stamina right there. Boom. Sometimes it actually is very difficult for me to dissect, because I'm just in awe. And a lot of the stuff that people are coming out with are beyond what my knowledge is. Like, I danced for 10 years. I started when I was very little. But of course, styles evolve, genres evolve. And then, like, on top of that, you have these monstrous choreographers and dancers that are coming up with like new innovations that are derived from many different genres and compiling them. And a lot of the stuff here is just very innovative, stuff that I haven't really seen before. So, but what I can tell you is his stamina, his control, his capabilities, his discipline to learn new styles, his commanding presence and performer personality is just beyond. So I think it will be very exciting to see him grow, to see him keep growing. He's still so young, right? And if he keeps learning new genres, being able to adapt to different genres and to different choreographers and immersing himself with more technical aspects of dance, I think the sky will be the limit for him. I think he has the full potential to be able to do all of that. I'm sure you guys are just excited as I am to see what else he can come up with and what things he can show us in the future. So I'm really happy that he was able to do this Artist of the Month, because it's well deserved after he's been through this whole year. So yes. Well, thank you guys so much for watching with me today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, do like and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, make sure you tick that notification bell so you don't miss any content from me. And if you'd like to get to know more about me, do check out my Instagram and Twitter down below.